Hey everyone, Dr. Frunke here, and welcome back to my knife operating room. In front of us is the Benchmade Crooked River. This is a new knife that I just bought from Benchmade directly. I custom ordered this through their knife customizer, and I had a very specific goal in mind. My good buddy Kevin Cleary, who's another well-known YouTube knife reviewer, has had a Benchmade Crooked River for quite a while, and he's been talking to the folks over at Rogue Bladeworks. Rogue Bladeworks has become popular recently for doing a carbon fiber skin for the Benchmade bug out. Now, they also said that they were going to offer these carbon fiber scales for the Crooked River. There's their logo right there, a big R for Rogue Bladeworks. They just happen to have this set of forged carbon fiber scales in at the time that I was looking, and I just so happened to get one, much to Mr. Cleary's chagrin, because he's been waiting on this thing for quite some time. So you're going to need a T6 and a T8 to disassemble the knife entirely, but we're really just going to use the T6. So I'm going to start by taking the pocket clip off right here. This should hopefully be a relatively easy installation. Once you get the clip off, there's really only one side of screws on the Crooked River. There's a tube that this secures into, which I actually really like as a sort of design choice right there. The one thing you are going to have to be cognizant about, though, is that the back spacer is going to start flying off somewhere and disappear. So I'm going to move both of these screws out of the way. We've got one side off. I want to make sure that the back spacer doesn't go anywhere, but you do have to remove these pins in their entirety. The way that I recommend to do this is to take it off and then keep your Torx driver inside there, and so it maintains the sort of cylinder type feature that you had going on before. So this should just slide right out. Come on, there it goes. Now I have the right-handed model, so one side actually is not going to have the pocket clip screws, and so that's kind of exciting here. We're going to go ahead and do that. Now that we have this in place, this may actually not work at all, but we're going to try it here. Try to rotate the back spacer back up and into position. Try to secure it in place with one of the little cylinders here. These cylinders are D'd on one side, so they only fit in a very specific configuration with the D towards the top. This may not work. I think I'm going to end up having to just take this out entirely. And another way that you can work around it is by putting your Torx driver into the lanyard hole area and just sort of praying that this fits in some way. Yeah, okay, well, this is great. There's a reason that Kevin didn't do this on his channel. He tried to record this apparently a couple of times, and it didn't really work, and I see why now. This is kind of frustrating. So let's see if I can get it all squared away just with my tool here. Maybe this guy can slide in a little bit more. All right, that seems to be working. Good, that seems to be okay. I'm going to see if I can slide the tube in there. This is the hardest part right here, just getting these things fit back into the back spacer, which is kind of lame. But if that's the hardest part, then that's no big deal, isn't it? All right, well, that doesn't want to work. That's very frustrating. Kevin, I totally understand, bro, why you didn't want to do this on your channel. Come on now. Come on now. Just a little bit more, and it will go. Well, I got 10 minutes of video on here. Let's see if I can get it to go. That seems promising. Seems to be going in. Okay. Come on now. Now I just jammed it in there. So, looking at this, it's apparent that the D goes towards the top. Now I can push this guy into position. See what I can do about getting it in there. It's close, guys. It's close. This is frustrating. This is rather difficult, and I see why Kevin was so frustrated by this assembly and disassembly. So we're getting close. Somewhere in here, somewhere along the way, this is all going to go back together. One of these is just going to pop right in. There's one. All right, good. We got one. Let's do this. That's a little tip right there. Maybe stick that thing in from the other side. Okay, so we have that side on. That's a little frustrating. Kevin, I feel you again, dude, on that. That was very painful. So we're going to get this. Oh, that one fell out. But maybe if we can just get this one secured, we'll be okay. And so let's see here. Okay, I don't want to put it in too tight because I still want to be able to sort of fiddle with the scales a little bit. All right, let's see. D facing up. All right, we're gonna do this. Seemed to work last time. Somehow, even though that side is fixed in there, it's not allowing me to come through it. There we go, finally, geez, okay. You gotta have patience with this guy. All right, so we're gonna start bringing this all back together here. That's good. Let's make sure that these are sitting flush. Indeed they are. Start pulling this guy back down. Now the beauty of the deed pivot on the other side is that this does not freely spin, and as you just kind of tighten it down, it's going to work and pull it all back together. All right. That seems to be pretty close. Seems that this is a fairly tight fit on this side for this material, so you can get a pretty good look at what we're going to be having here at the end of this. So that already looks really, really nice. I do like that. Let's see if I can force this in a little bit farther, because I really don't want to strip this out or anything like that. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to have to screw it in and pull it down in there with the force of the screw itself, which is fine. Okay, that seems to be working. Pretty good screws and threads, it feels like. Once it stops spinning, I'll probably get there. Okay, that's good. That feels like it's torqued out right there. Pull this one in a little bit farther too. Yeah, I can feel it kind of coming in there. Good, good. Okay, I think I may need to do this one a little bit more too. How are we doing on time? 7 minutes. Good. Okay, those are actually on. That's great. So we're going to go ahead and put the clip back on. So I feel you, Kevin. That was very frustrating, and the tolerances are not quite the same. I'm not sure which one is honestly better. These scales are CNC milled by the folks over at Rogue Bladeworks. They're very easy to get in contact with. I can say that there was a very long turnaround time for some folks. I think Kevin was waiting on his scales for close to 6 months, so I know he's frustrated with me that I asked the guy and he happened to be making them at that moment. So there we go. We're all done with the surgery, guys, so let's go ahead and close that up. Take a look at what we've got. These are forged carbon fiber scales now, CNC machined. It looks like they all sit pretty darn flush with everything. There may be a small gap right there that may take some sanding down or something a little bit later, but that's okay. They look really, really nice. They fit really nicely, and on this all black model, it really just takes it to that next level. So I'm very satisfied with that. Go ahead and check out Rogue Bladeworks on Facebook and Instagram. This guy is using a CNC machine to make a lot of parts for a lot of different knives. And so definitely go check them out. If you have a bug out, if you have a crooked river or a lot of other Benchmades, you can go check that out. And it might actually he might have something for your knife. So tell me what you guys think of this new Benchmade crooked river with the forged carbon fiber scales down below. Leave some comments. Go ahead and click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Follow me at Dr. Frunky over there on the Instagram. Take another good look at the scales and the beautiful reflectivity that they have going on, and just this overall very cool looking build. Thanks again, guys, and as always, this is Dr. Frunky saying take care.